Paul Mwatu is in Dar es Salaam, and because the connection is not very good, we are going to proceed with the presentation. But I want to check if our guest speaker can unmute and mute himself. Fred, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Pascal. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. All right.
Very good.
So we can proceed with the meeting.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, our guests, our visitors, and all those friends who have joined us today from wherever you are, from Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, wherever you are from, we want to welcome you to this presentation. This evening is specially designed for our visitors, our guests, the people who have not seen this business before and have an interest to have a look at it and see if this business is what they are looking for. So I would like to welcome you very much. If you're a guest, just open your ears, your eyes. I think for this session, I'm going to do most of the talking, so you'll bear with me. Just to introduce myself, my name is Pascal Oloo. I am a Kenyan living in South Africa. I'm trained as a civil engineer. And I started this business about 25 years ago. And the reason I started this business is a very simple reason: to make more money. Because when Betty and I came to South Africa from Kenya, we came to South Africa because we were looking for a better life. And when we got here, just give me a moment. Let me share the screen so that we can proceed with the presentation. So when Betty and I arrived in South Africa, we realized that a salary or one person's income was not enough, because when a man and a woman gets together, there's natural expansion and children come along. But you see, when the children come along, the cost of living increases at a higher rate than your source of or your salary, because at that time in South Africa, the inflation rate was about 6%, and your salary would probably grow at 7%. But there are two challenges with that. Two things eat into your salary. One is called progressive income tax. The more money you earn, the more tax you pay. And secondly, inflation. Although the government officially tells us inflation is 6 or 7%, is a very simple way to test the rate of inflation. Take a basket of goods, see how much it costs this time. Next year around this time, take the same basket of goods and check the difference. That will give you an accurate inflation rate, because that is what hits your pocket. So Betty and I thought that we needed to do something. And the other challenge we had is that one of our children has got sickle cell, and Betty was concerned that every time the child gets sick, she had to seek for leave. And that is what worried her about getting a job. Luckily, by God's grace, a friend of ours invited Betty to go and see the business. She had a look at it. And what really attracted Betty that evening that she went to the presentation is that the speaker also had a child who's had a chronic condition, cerebral palsy. And through they have been able to do the business, and it enabled them to be full-time parents. That is what really attracted Betty to the business. And she came, explained the business to me, and I didn't understand everything, but I knew that the business could be done. And I told her, look, if you don't try, we don't know if you'd ever succeed. At least if we try, we can say we tried and failed. We tried the business. I remember our first income was about $3, but after 7 months doing the business part-time, our income reached $1,000. And that's when things changed for me. I realized that if I put more effort in this business, it could earn us more. So I worked very hard for 3 more years doing it part-time. When the income was 3 times my salary, I fired my boss. I left my engineering job. So if you're a guest, just pay attention to what we're going to discuss. And what is our mission in this business? Our mission is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. But you see, all that starts with you. It doesn't start with anybody else. Even if the rest of the world is healthy and happy and you're not, it makes no difference to you. So it always starts with you. That's my wife, Betty, and myself. That picture was taken about 8 or 9 years ago. I think now I have more white hair than I had at that time. But we've had a fantastic journey. It's been ups and downs, and the joy of building this business has been incredible. So if you're a guest, our story is very simple. It's probably like your story. You wonder, if Pascal and Betty can do it, can I do it also? The question is, do you want to do it? Because that's really the bottom line. Before I describe what the business is, I'd like to share with you the 4 ways that people use to generate income. The first is called a job. That is, somebody employs your services and you provide your intellect, your energy to offer services to the company, and at the end of the month, they pay you a salary. Well, I was speaking to a friend of mine I think yesterday or on Saturday from Nairobi. They haven't been paid for 3 months. So a job, although it is somebody else's responsibility to pay, but there's no guarantee anymore. I don't think job security is a valid reality at the moment around the world. The other problem with the job is that there's a lot of internal politics. In Kenya, they say there's a lot of internal siasa. All right, siasa means politics. So people have got there are many challenges with a job. And the other thing is, in a job, you're only paid the amount the employer can afford to pay you. If you want more, or if you start haggling for more, they'll tell you, we can get somebody else to replace you. The second way people use to generate income is called self-employment. Self-employment means you expend your talent, your energy, running your own business. You determine how many hours you work. But the problem with self-employment most of the time is your income depends on you entirely, in the sense that if you're not there, your income does not come. And that's the challenge with self-employment. A friend of mine borrowed some money and opened a restaurant, and he started very nice. He was very excited. He bought equipment, he rented a premise and started making food. But after 6 months, he realized that he was actually trapped by the restaurant, in the sense that if he's not there, the business doesn't run the way he wants it to run. And he found that actually he had exchanged his job with the business. So the business owns him instead of him owning the business. In fact, if you want to test whether you own a business or not, go away from the business for 3 months. If it collapses, you don't own the business owns you. The third way to generate income is big business. And these are examples like the big Absa Bank, the ShopRite Checkers, which has got footprint around the African continent. These are big businesses that requires extremely huge capital, lots of equipment, a lot of employees, and coming with a lot of employees is a lot of labor issues. And the ordinary person doesn't have the kind of capital to start a big business. And the last is investment. Investment simply means you have a little more money extra over and above what you need for your daily living. That is to pay your bills, to buy food, have a shelter, and all those things. But to be able to invest, you need two other things apart from the extra cash. You need knowledge and the skill of investing. And for most people, they have to rely on specialists to invest effectively. But the question is, apart from these 4 ways of generating money, is there another one? There is, but this is highly specialized. For example, an author, somebody who writes books, and there are very, very people. I mean, if you compare the population of 100 or 1,000 people, probably one is an author, or a musician, or an actor, which requires very highly specialized skills to be able to make it. But is there an ideal business? Is there a business that helps you to generate income? Or is there a criteria to be able to find out that, okay, this is an ideal business? I think there is. And the criteria among them are as follows. One, it requires very low capital. Very low capital is required to start this kind of business. Around the African continent is anything between 60 and 80 or $100 to be able to start this kind of business. Secondly, you need to get involved in distribution of goods and services. Why? Because people need goods and services. Wealth is created from providing goods and services. Think about any kind of way to generate income. It's always goods and services. All right. The third thing you need for an ideal business, you need to have a global reach. Why is that important? Because, for example, the population in South Africa is 55 million, about 55, 56 million. And the population of Pretoria is about 3 million. So if you open a shop in Pretoria only the people who can get access to our shop are the people who can get there physically. But if you want to grow a global business with almost unlimited income, you need to have a global reach. Our company operates in 50 countries around the world. In Africa, we operate at the moment in 14 different countries with a population base of about 470 million people. That's a huge market. The other thing you need is called leverage. What is leverage? Leverage is being able to find ways to multiply your time, your effort, so that you can increase the way you earn your money. An example of leverage is, for example, the banks. Banks create leverage by opening branches. Another example is a chain of restaurants. They create leverage by opening branches of the restaurant. So leverage simply means you find a way to multiply your time, your effort, and your capacity for generating income. The other important aspect about an ideal business, you need a consumable product. Why? Because it has a repeat sale. When people buy, they use, get finished, and they go and buy some more. But two other things are important for this. It has to be unique and high quality, in the sense that if customers want to buy, they can only come to you. The other thing is a business system. Why is this important? A business system is important because it is what replaces the owner of a business. An example are the banks. If you go to any branch, either Barclays is no longer there, Absa Bank, Standard Chartered, or First National Bank in South Africa, all these businesses have ways of running the business that are very similar at each branch. And this is what a business system is. A business systems are tools, procedures, equipment that you use to run the business that enables the owner of the business at least to get away from the business while the business runs by itself. Okay? And the last thing is timing. Timing is important because if you start your business at the wrong timing, your business may never gain traction. So those are the things that ideal criteria for deciding what an ideal business is. And this is what our business is. Our business has got all these criteria. But what is this business? This business is called network marketing or network distribution. Is a system of distribution of goods and services to the public, but we use individuals and cut out all the middlemen who keep adding to the cost of the product. For example, in 1988, if you went to Munich in Germany to buy a Mercedes 350 SE, it would cost you about $30,000 from the factory. The same Mercedes-Benz, when it arrives in Denver, Colorado in the US, that Mercedes-Benz would cost you $65,000. But why is that the case? Because between Munich and Denver, there would be 17 different middlemen who keep adding to the cost of the product, and who pays for it? It's the customer. So what we do in our business, we cut out all the middlemen between the manufacturer, which is our company Neolife, and the end consumer, and the money that we would have paid to all these middlemen is what is paid to distributors like myself or Mr. Gichuki or some of my colleagues who are watching this presentation. We cut out all the middlemen. We don't have advertising. Our advertising is done by word of mouth. Okay? So it doesn't cost the company any cent. The people who recommend the product to their friends and relatives, and if there is a successful sale, that money which the company would have paid to the advertising companies is what is paid to us. There are no wholesalers or retailers between the manufacturer and the consumer. The products are explained to the customer one-to-one. We are paid for referring the customers to the company successfully. The products are developed and researched, but not by yourself. The company has taken this effort away from you. So you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. The company has built infrastructure around the world so that you can build your business in all these countries without investing hundreds of millions of dollars. There are no qualifications required except three things. One, a burning desire to succeed. Number two, teachability. And number three, hard work. These are qualifications that anybody who has got a desire to change their lives has. Nobody is going to ask you for your certificate or your qualification. Of course, you need to be at least 18 years old. All right. So that is the ideal business that we have. But when did this start? This company started in 1958, started by Jerry Brasfield, our chairman and founder. And he started the business because as a teenager, he had very serious asthma. And his mother gave him natural remedies. And when he got healed, he thought, maybe I should share this with the rest of the world because it seems that some nutrients make our health very, very much better. That is how it started in 1958. Came to South Africa in 1971. So this year we are celebrating 50 years in South Africa. Went to Kenya in 1996. That means you're celebrating 25 years in Kenya. And it went to different regions around the world. So if you're a guest, this business has come to you today. But what has made our company last all this long? Because we believe in certain principles. The first one is absolute integrity and honesty. It means we tell our customers, distributors, and the public that this product does this. There is science behind it. We don't make extraordinary claims, but what we tell our customers is what the products will do is what it does. The second thing that is important is people. The most important aspect of our business is people. People are number one. The third thing is products that work. The company spends considerable amount of money, time. They have assembled together some of the top scientists in the world to research and develop high quality products. Equal opportunity for everybody. This business, whether you are 18 or 81, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're a sweeper or a CEO, whether you are a businesswoman or a carpenter, whatever it is, this is an equal opportunity for everybody. Everybody starts at the same place. And the last one is a long-range vision. You need to have a long-range vision for the business. For the start, this is a 2 to 5 year plan. We say that between a 2 to 5 year plan, if you really put your mind and heart in the business, you're going to be successful. That means you're going to reach financial independence. If your current source of income dries up, you should be able to live off the money you earn from this business. Okay? Now, why do people start this business? People start this business for very many different reasons. One of them, people start the business because they want a better life for their children. Some start the business because they want to have or buy their dream homes. Some start the business because they want to buy first class or good cars. Some people start the business because they want to have holiday homes. Some people start the business because you just want to earn money, good income level. Okay? And I think it's important for us to know that making money is a serious business. You see, money has got three uses. It's a store of wealth, it's a measure of wealth, it's a medium of exchange. Money is not wealth as such. Money only measures wealth. So when you join this business and your aim is to make money, that's a very commendable thing because everything in your life, just like oxygen, is affected by it. I mean, you're attending this presentation because you either using Wi-Fi or you bought data that enables you to join this presentation, and that takes money. Okay. Some people join the business because they want to be physically fit and healthy. So people join the business for different reasons. So if you're a guest, you join with a company, you become a distributor. You're joining a company with over 60 years experience, operates in 50 countries. It's got a scientific board that only does research and development for the product. And then you have 4 ranges of products. Which are these products? The first one is called the Golden Home Care. These are products you use for cleaning your bathroom, your kitchen, your toilet, everything that you need in the house to clean. We have. The second range is the personal care range. These are things like hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion, and all that. The third range is the beauty care range or the skincare range. These have been researched and developed from the top cosmetic facilities in France. So we've got the best ingredients, the best technology for making these skincare products. And then we have the healthcare range. The healthcare range is the highest selling range of our business. Why? Because the most important thing you have in your life is your health. If your health is finished, your mission in life is finished. Right? But how does this business work? This business works by doing 3 daily success habits. Why do we call them daily success habits? Because if you have a shop, if you're doing business, your business is open every day. You can't open your business 1 week, the next week you're closed. You won't earn any income or you won't provide regular service. So we do 3 daily success habits. The first one is we use the products ourselves. Betty and I have been using these products for the last 25 years because, first, they're very good products. They've made a difference in our lives. Number two, we are supporting our own business. If, for example, I have a restaurant and I want to have a meal, why should I go to my neighbor's restaurant to have a meal when I can have it on my own? So that's why we use the products ourselves. The other reason is we want to recommend things to people that we ourselves believe in. Okay? Now, because this company is registered in over 50 countries, the company decided to standardize the measurement of business volume by using what we call the point value system, the PV system. So that one product is, for example, one of the cleaning products I've shown previously, LDC is a light duty cleaner, is 1 liter is 10 PV, whether you're in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, US. 1 liter of that product is 10 PV. All right. The next thing we do in our business, we share the business opportunity. What does that mean? We introduce other people to join the business as distributors. They become part of our team. And what do? They also use 100 PV. 100 PV is a minimum for you to be able to qualify to earn a bonus or a commission. Okay? If you have 6 people who join your business, plus yourself is 7, you've done 700 PV, you become a manager and your income is roughly $45 a month. Not much to speak about. But for me, remembering my first check of $3, I was very excited because it proved that what they were telling us in the business meeting was correct, because I actually went back to home and calculated how much bonus was due to me based on the business volume that Betty and I generated, and it was correct. So that was very exciting for me. The next thing you do, the people you brought into the business, you teach them also to introduce others. If the person on the top right corner introduces 2 people each, and each of those 2 people introduce 2 each, you'll have a unit of 700 PV, plus the other 6, you get 1,300. You become a senior manager, and your bonus or your income is about $90 a month. What is the next thing you do? The next thing you do is you teach people to do exactly what you're doing. 700 PV is just for demonstration purposes. It could be more, it could be less. So if you have 6 units doing 700, that's 4,200, plus your own is 4,300. You become a director. Your income is between $580 and $700. You can achieve this level between 3 and 6 months or 8 months, depending on how quickly you build your organization. Okay? The other thing we do in our business is we service customers. Why? Because some people may not be interested in the business. They just want to buy high quality products. And if they do, these become our customers and we make a profit of 20%, because as a distributor, you buy from the company at a discount of 20% and you sell to your customers at the full retail price. Okay? The third thing we do in our business is personal development. What does that mean? That we take time through our sponsor and the support system to do training, support, and personal development. It simply means you take time to be a better person, learn about the products, learn about how to build a business, learn how to support a team, and you learn how to become a business leader. That's what personal development is. I read a quote some time ago that You are not paid according to what you want. You are paid according to who you are. The question is, what kind of service or what kind of person are you? All right. But you see, some people are interested in more than $700. If you do, it means you help other people in your group to become directors. If you help one other person to become a director and you reach what we call Sapphire, your income is about $1,000 a month. If you help 3 people become directors, your income goes to about $2,000. If you help 6 people or more to become directors in different legs, you become a president's team member and your income goes way beyond $5,000. So at this point, I would like to invite one of my dear friends, a man whom I respect. I met him more than 25, I think almost 24, 25 years ago. And he's been very consistent. He's one of the people who inspire me anytime I go to Kenya. So I'd like to welcome my dear friend, a world team member, Mr. Fred Gichuki. Fred, can you hear me?
Yes, Pascal, I can hear you very well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pascal, for giving me this opportunity to just share a few thoughts, a few words with the team, especially about my journey, how I joined Neolife, and what I have found through Neolife. My name is Fred Gichuki, like Pascal has said, and I just wish to commend Pascal, first of all, for really taking charge of this particular session and taking us through the COVID period. And I always say, Pascal, a big kudos to you, hats off. You've really done us a major service with this particular session. And I'm excited about your consistency. In fact, I always say when I grow up, I want to be like Pascal. So, yes, my journey with Neolife began a while back. I joined this business in 1996. By then, I was working as a hotelier. I went through the corporate world. My dad was a teacher. My mom was a teacher. So they told me, Fred, study very hard, get good grades, you'll get a very good job with benefits, with a pension and all that, and your life will be set. You'll drive nice cars, you'll live a good life. And I was a very good student. I was always between number 1 and number 3, not in the class, in the stream, because my dad knew the difference, being a teacher. And I graduated, I went through secondary, I went through Form 5 and 6, finished that, was meant to go to college, to campus, and somehow I found myself in college. I did management, institutional management. I did a higher national diploma. Later I was to grow it to a degree. And all this I was doing because I was looking for that job that is going to give me all the good things that I was promised by my parents. But lo and behold, that was not to happen. I came to learn the hard way that there's something we call networking in the Kenyan respect. That is, whom does your dad know? If your dad knows the right people, you get a very good job and your life is set. Because what I found in the corporate world is that the people that we were in college with, the noisemakers and the people always skiving or dodging classes, somehow they are the ones who ended up with the best jobs. They got company cars. Their lives just were so smooth. I remember some of them. I was the class representative and I graduated top in my class. They would disappear from class and they would give me some foolscap with carbon paper so that when I take my notes, it carbonates and they give me something small. And those are the guys who ended up making all the money and getting all the jobs and everything. Me, who was a bookworm, the one who used to give them homework when the teacher doesn't feel like coming. My first job, I was working as a cook, earning 4,000. My second job, I was a waiter, earning 8,000 shillings. Later, I was to become a receptionist, earning 10K. Meantime, my colleague, you find him is working with this company, the operations manager, is driving a nice car. And I used to teach him in class, literally, yeah? So that was not very exciting for me. And I was in a situation whereby I was trying to look for something to do. And I started by trying out a few businesses because I read somewhere that businessmen make a lot of money. So I said, since the corporate world has given me a road deal, why don't I try doing business? And since I come from central Kenya and there we like dabbling in business a little bit, I tried several things. I sold mitumbas. Since I was employed, my brother was not employed, so he was the KYM. I would get the money, get a loan from work, get a loan from my dad. We combine resources. We give my brother to go and do business. My dad used to believe business is very risky, so I really had to beg and plead to get this money. And instead of making money, my brother gave us a lot of stories about the money and all that. We tried so many things which didn't work. So during that period, my sponsor, Hansi Cronje, found me working at the reception of one of the places I was working. It was a guest house. And he asked me a question, Fred, would you like to make money on a part-time basis? Surely I didn't have any part-time because I was working about 18 hours a day. I was working night, and he was asking me if I could get time to 2 to 3 hours a day to make money. I looked at him, I said to myself, I want to escape this rat race. I want to be my own boss. I want to get married because in the situation that I was in, I used to wonder, will I ever get married? Because when you're working at night and then you get married, so when will you see your kids? When will you even procreate these kids, for crying out loud? So I really didn't want that kind of situation. And one of my goals was, before I get married, I have to be out of that job. So I took up this opportunity. He invited me to his room. He presented the business to me. I did not understand much. The only thing I understood was that if I bring many people and they buy products, I become a millionaire. That was it. I know on this call there are guests, and probably guests you've not understood much. Don't worry. You're just like me. The only thing I understood is bring a lot of people and you'll make a lot of money. That's all. And when these people buy, they keep on buying, you become a millionaire. So for me, that was it. I joined immediately. In fact, I paid the money, half of it. I went and borrowed the difference and I got started. Now, upon starting, I ran home with the product and I went and met my dad again. And I told him, Dad, I found an opportunity. This time, I'm going to become a millionaire. I'll travel. I'll go to America. We had tried a project with my dad. My dad is a man I respect very much. And he's a guy who has tried everything. Let me tell you. I had tried to go to America, and my dad was there and he championed it. He said, yes, my son, let's go for it. We even did a fundraising. The whole thing backfired because the guy in America suddenly stopped picking our calls and everything. And then now I stopped going for family functions because every time I would go, relatives were there. Look at him. He has never gone anywhere. He's still in Kenya. Yeah. And, especially the relatives that only gave 200 shillings. These are the guys who are really a headache. And they would come up with all manner. So I stopped going for family gatherings because of that story. Now here I am telling my dad, I found a business that will make me a millionaire and I'll travel the world. And remember, I had made him lose so much money in several other ventures that never worked. It's not a wonder that he was very skeptical about the whole thing. He told me, Fred, this is another venture of wasting money. And I told my mom, your high blood pressure is finished. Just swallow these tablets and you are good. My dad said, if you decide to swallow these things your son is giving you and you die, that's okay. At least it's your son who will have killed you. So it was a bit of a challenge for me. But I'm sharing this for the guests because I know when you leave this place and you're so excited, not everybody will be excited with you because they don't know your journey. They don't know your dreams. They don't know where you are coming from. And they don't know where you are going. You're the only one who knows where you're going, what you want out of your life. And I can guarantee you, you will achieve what you want because we have achieved many things. So I went home, I got some resistance. My friends thought I was crazy, but I was stubborn. And let me tell you, to be successful, you have to be stubborn. Once you grab an idea, you have to run with it. no matter what everybody around you says. If you're the kind of guy who normally is wishy-washy and gets swayed by every Tom, Dick, and Harry, then you can never be successful in anything. So I stuck to the business. I did it. I worked very hard. And by working hard, it means that I had to sacrifice my lifestyle. I was working 18 hours a day, but I would still put in 3 to 4 hours in this business. I would sleep like 2 hours a day, so that I can now balance my job and my business. So it was not a walk. It was not a walk in the park to build this business. It was tough. And one thing that I can tell you, it took a lot of hard work, a lot of persistence to build this business. But in about 7 months, I became a director. Now Pascal became a team member. I became a director, and my check was 30,000. Pascal's check was $1,000. That just shows you how the difference can, the business can work for everybody. And that check of 30,000 was 3 times my pay. So it was, for me, it was a lot of money. Let me tell you, I was so excited. Then I got a title, director. As a director now, it meant that I was invited to all the big hotels, now not as an employee, but as a guest. I started associating with the rich and famous. I was in Hilton, I was in Windsor Golf and Country Club, and my life started changing. And the best thing about becoming a director is that a few months down the line, I bought my first car, which was a Toyota 100. And let me tell you, I was still in my 20s and I was driving a car. Now, when I was building this business, because I joined this business when I was 20-something years of age, and this leads to the fact that there's an opportunity cost for you to succeed. I lost many girlfriends because of this business, because they could not understand where this young man is going for meetings, and the meetings were being held in the evening. So when I come to Ufungamano Hall and all these places, my 2 young girlfriends were thinking this guy is going for another date and he's lying that he's going for business. So I got dumped a few times. But now when I bought the car, guess who got all the girlfriends? You know, it was exciting. Now I was in demand in spite of my schedule. So for the guests on the call, I want to tell you one thing. There is a price to pay for this business. Some people may not like you. Sometimes it's not, your spouse may not see it. You know, later in life in this business, I got married when I became a world team. And I remember my wife telling me, why do you focus? Why do you sell soap? And you have good papers. Why don't you get a job like your friends who have big corporate jobs? You are here talking to people. You know, anytime we'd go to a petrol station, fueling the car, I am there talking to the guy who's pumping the fuel and telling him, hey, would you like to do a business? If you went to the chemist, I'm there talking to the guy at the chemist. So my wife was telling me, why do you bother people about this business? You just get a job, you know? I told her, sweetie, she was an assistant to the ambassador Uganda High Commission. I told her, sweetie, let me just do my job, my business. You continue with your job. And a year later, we were given a trip as all team members, and we were in South Africa. I remember very well. I don't know that it was Hilton or which hotel. And it was Valentine's Day. And I asked her, sweetie, what do you think about this business, Yakuza Sabuni? She told me, hey, it's very nice. In fact, I'm going to quit employment. We do this thing with you. And you see, rather than being in Kenya and me giving her plastic flowers, we were actually in South Africa on Valentine's Day. So the point I want to drive home is this. Don't be wishy-washy. You have to be stubborn. If I had listened to my wife, but then when we came back, she actually quit her job. We've been doing this business with her full-time for many, many years, for more than 10 years. If I had listened to her, for sure, I would be back with the boss with a lot of stress and a lot of pressure on my life. So what benefits have I gotten from this business? Many benefits. The first benefit is that I got married. You know, I didn't want to get married and I'm broke, but I got married when I became a team member. The other benefit that I have 4 beautiful girls, all products of this business. The products are amazing. All those kids were born, my wife never labored more than 1 hour. She actually did 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and that was it. If you look at her and she tells you she has 4 kids, you will not believe it. She looks like she's sweet 16. So these are some of the benefits of the business. Another benefit I've gotten is travel. Friends, I've been able to travel. I've been abroad more than 20 times courtesy of Neolife. I lose count sometimes how many times I've been abroad. Mexico, Mauritius, US, UK, South Africa, Nigeria, Hong Kong, China, so many places, courtesy of this business. The other benefit that I've gotten is that I'm able to empower other people and help them to live even better lives than myself. There's nothing that gives me more pleasure than getting somebody and helping that person to make money and live a better life. The other benefit, of course, is the money. The money is good. My first check was $3. The highest check I've ever gotten from Neolife, $13,000. So there is money in this business. Yeah. But guys, I want to tell you one thing. Right now, Neolife is no longer a business. It's a mission. It's a mission to make the world a healthier and happier place. If you're on this call and you're a guest and you're looking at this business and wondering, is it for me? I encourage you to jump in. Don't even think about it. Jump in. I know you've been praying every Sunday, asking God for a miracle, asking God to open doors for you. This is the opportunity. I always say this, God will never come from heaven and slap you and tell you, take this opportunity, but he'll send an angel. Your angel could be Pascal. Your angel could be somebody else on this call who is coming and who is showing you an opportunity that can change your life. I shudder to think where I would be if I had never said yes to this business. I had never been in a plane. I was earning 10K or thereabouts. Later, I was promoted to a manager earning 30K, which was still peanuts. I was already earning 4 times in this business what they were paying me. But my life would be miserable were it not for Neolife. So if you're here and you're a guest, make the right decision. Get in, get started, take a step of faith. And I tell you, with the likes of Pascal's training us and other leaders, you can never go wrong. Otherwise, it's been great sharing with you. Thank you so much, Pascal, for this session. I look forward to seeing you on the plane to the next destination that we'll be going to, whether it will be Dubai or wherever we'll be going. If you're here and you're a guest and you come in and you work very hard, I tell you, you can actually get there and we'll be together. Thank you so much and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Freddie. You know, Freddie, if I was a guest, I would join this business yesterday. I would not sleep until I found the money, until I've got my sponsor and said, okay, tomorrow morning we start training. That story of yours, Freddie, is very, very inspiring. And those of you who are guests on this call, think very carefully about what you've just heard. Fred was an ordinary person like you. And look at what he has done today. Think about it. And you see, he said that his first check was $3.
Yes.
And look at where he is now. And what I love about this business, not only did he get the money, but he got a wife. And by the way, Fred, you have 4 daughters only. I have 4 sons.
Oh my. Oh my. Yes, and the dowry will be in rands. I think I like it.
Fortunately, one of them is gone already. Anyway, so if you're a guest, let me explain to you what this business offers you. You see, one of the things that makes business function very effectively is technology. You know, in South Africa, we got a lockdown on the 26th of March, 2020. And for 5 months, we never left our homes except when we were going to buy food. And in that period, our business grew by between 40 and 50%. Why was that possible? Because of technology, online services. If you want to order products, you can order online. If you want to register your distributors and your team, you can do the registration online. As soon as you start the business, the company creates for you your own website. It's called your back office, where you can monitor and manage your business. Training, as you can see, training is done locally and internationally online. I mean, we've been training people from the East African countries, from the UK, from Sweden, from the UK, people in South Africa and Nigeria. The same platform, different time zones. This business is just incredible. Delivery of products, each country that the company is doing business, the company contracts local courier companies to deliver the products to the doorstep of our customers. If not the doorstep, to the nearest for example, in Kenya, we use G4S. Here in South Africa, the company delivers products to your doorstep. Payment for products is done online, either by money transfer or electronic funds transfer, or if you have mobile facilities. Payment of bonuses and commission is done by EFT, electronic funds transfer, and mobile money transfer. So this business is, I would say, it's almost automated. The thing you need to do is commit yourself to it. If you do commit yourself to it, nothing will stop you from giving you the success that Fred Gichuki has had. Fred talked about traveling. One of the places, if you become what we call a Ruby director in our business, the company flies you to South Africa for 4 days. You spend fantastic time with leaders from the African continent. Betty and I were privileged to attend the Ruby Orientation School in Santon Sun Hotel in Johannesburg, 2019 October, just before the pandemic wreaked havoc around the world. We spent 4 glorious days in beautiful rooms, beautiful venues, treated like kings. And some of the people who were in that meeting were people from Tanzania, people from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Mozambique, from Namibia, people from different backgrounds, but people who have committed themselves to build a better future for themselves and their families. If you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you, tell them you'd like to get started. If you have questions, ask them. They'll give you a registration form. You pay your registration amount to start the business. In South Africa, it's between 690 and 2,700. In Kenya, it's 7,360 or 8,970 shillings. In Nigeria, it's 17,500 or 22,500 naira. In Tanzania, is 140,500 or 170,700. In Uganda, is 2,900, 242,500. In the US, is $99. In Sweden, the premium kit is 1,025 Swedish krona. So you can start a business in any of these jurisdictions. But the question is, what decision are you going to make? There are a few things that are important for you to become successful in this business. The first, of course, is to make a decision to get started. Number 2, you need to develop some patience. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You can get very rich, that's what I know, but it's not a get-rich-quick scheme because you need to learn how to build it. Okay? You need faith. Faith is evidence of things unseen, the hope of the things promised. You need faith to be able to build this business. Faith in yourself, faith in the person who invited you, faith in the products, faith in the company. If you have this, then you need to simply work hard. Perseverance, teachability, the hunger for success. If you have these qualities, nothing will stop you from becoming successful. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this. If you do what you've always done before, you always get the same results. But if you change, if you make a decision to do things differently, one day you'll be able to do what others can't do because you've made a decision to do something different. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. They will guide you how to get started. They will arrange a training program for you. They'll give you a step-by-step procedure on how to build and grow your business. So from me and from Mr. Fred Gichuki in Nairobi, I want to say thank you very much. Good night to all of you, and God bless you.